Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me here this fine Saturday morning. And I appreciate you taking a few moments, if you will. Let's get our Bibles, if you're able, and your tablet, and go to Psalm 119 as we move steadily towards the end of this psalm. And this final stanza, as I said yesterday, is a little surprising in that, again, throughout the psalm, he has been declaring his reliance and confidence in the word of God, his loyalty to God. And then we come to this psalm, or this stanza, where again in 176, he says, I have gone astray. And as I said yesterday, a lot of people do different things with that verse, but I think it's probably best to take it for just what he has said. Is that he has gone astray, but his desire is to follow the Lord, to stay close to God. And so he is again saying, I want to stay. The advice, the counsel I think we're getting from this passage, the example we have is that we ourselves stay aware of the fact that the psalmist, again, for 168 verses, has declared loyalty to God, commitment to God, obedience to his word. But then he comes here and says, but I've gone astray. And I think what we have is a reminder of for all of us, of our nature. No matter how much we desire to follow the Lord, no matter how much we desire to be loyal, to be faithful to the Word of God, it is our nature to stray. Again, just like a sheep in the flock, it is their nature to stray away. It is their nature to wander from the flock, wander away from the shepherd. And so he is confessing that and praying that God would help him with that, overcome that natural tendency. And so in verse 170, he says, Let my supplication come before thee, deliver me according to thy word. And what he, again, because of that ongoing struggle he has between his human nature and his spiritual nature, his desire to be obedient, his desire to follow God, but his human nature, because we still, the New Testament teaches us, we still have the flesh, we still wrestle with that flesh. And what we have here is a great picture of that statement. And because of that, he says, Lord, hear my prayer. Even though I'm being persecuted by my enemies, even though my human nature is to stray. Lord, I'm praying that you would hear me and deliver me through uh, this through this time. My lips shall utter praise when thou hast taught me thy statutes. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. And his desire here, what he's saying again, as he's wrestling with this struggle, again, he's really kind of got a three-pronged kind of thing going on. He's got the enemy who is attacking his own flesh, his own natural human nature and desires. pulling, his enemies pulling, and his desire to be obedient to God pulling. And I think most of us can identify with that struggle. We have outside things that we deal with, health issues, job issues, discouragement, depression, family issues, all those financial issues, all those kind of things that attack from one side. Then our human nature that we have that is pulling us in that direction, but then our spiritual nature that is trying to follow God. And so we're kind of in this WrestleMania, spiritual WrestleMania, as these three things pull against each other. And in that, what the psalmist says is, Lord, teach me to worship. Give me a heart of worship so that I don't dishonor you. And to put it simply, I think trying to get my thought across here again, he's got these three things pulling. His human nature that is pulling him towards sin, the enemy that is attacking, and his heart's desire to be obedient to God. He's got all three of those coming together on him. And what he's really said here, I think, to simplify it, is, Lord, help me to feed the spiritual one. Help me to nourish it, to help it to be the stronger of the three, the stronger influence on my life. And what a great example again for us to learn. To cry out to God. Again, one of the lessons again we've learned over and over in the Psalms, that we cry out to God. He's one in the 169th verse. He asks for a better understanding of the Word of God. Now in these verses, he's asking for deliverance, protection from his enemy, and then these two verses, the 171 and 72, he's asking the Lord to nourish and help him grow the spiritual aspect of his relationship. And the truth is, just like in everything else in life, what we feed grows. And the psalmist is saying, Lord, help me to feed my spiritual walk with you. Help me feed my love for you, that it will grow and that I will be stronger. And so this morning, I hope that encourages you. I hope that helps you. Maybe a little image for you to think about, those three distinct things that pull and try to use the New Testament words. New Testament verse tries to conform us into their image, tries to pull us away, whether it's our own flesh, our human desires, whether it's the attack of the enemy, various enemies, and those two are very closely related. And then we have our heart's desire to serve God, and we have to feed that one. One good way to feed it is tomorrow Sunday, to be in God's house, worshiping, praising Him, studying His Word together, being with His people. That's one way. Studying His Word, prayer. Those are all ways that we can feed that piece of the triangle and move closer to Him. So I hope that encourages you. I hope that challenges you a little bit. We all battle. We all have those same three forces pulling, pushing on our life. Let's feed, let's strengthen the spiritual side. Have a great day. We'll see you back here soon.